Pacific France hosting the world's best once again. It's a tradition to come to this amazing beach break every year, and it has such a big impact on the title race. But it's a favorite stop for all the world's best for so many reasons. The town is so cool to check out the Quicksilver shop and Roxy shop right down next to Cafe Paris. Remember, Coco made some equipment adjustments, specifically in France a couple of years ago, as we'll also see the opener of Carissa. One big blast off the pack.
Wow.
25 minutes on the clock. Coco Ho's Uncle Derek was the first Hawaiian world champ back in '93. That was accomplished during the Kelly Slater era in the '90s when he was taken over. Paige lighting up a couple of sections. Soft looking wave, but she kept her speed up to get a couple of turns off the top. Carissa also paddling back out with 24.5 remaining.
I think you really need to have that. You need to have that sort of familiarity almost, where you see Paige on her backhand, a couple of sort of more lateral turns where, you know, Carissa really went for it. And I think that's the thing with France as well, Joe. You don't need a lot of maneuvers on a wave. We saw Bronte do exactly that. You know, two big turns, get the score. Well, that just says it all. To get a world title of Kelly back in that day, I mean, you've got to be doing something right.
Here comes Coco on her opener. Quick connection off the lift. That's going to put her behind. So being patient, trying to wait for a solid one, ends up with just one quick maneuver there.
Carissa Moore's a 4.67 for one turn, Joe. So if she could have fit one more maneuver on that wave, we would have seen a massive score come through.
Mum flew over and met my dad in Scotland, and they had a few days there because my mum's half Scottish and she grew up there. So yeah, they had a bit of a holiday. Then I met them there, and he's just frothing. He's just, everyone's saying congrats, congrats, and he's like got the biggest smile on his face. And
I'm so hungry after listening to that.
Why did she say brown rice and Portuguese sausage? I mean, that's like my dream right there.
Oh, it's so great to drop in with Carissa Moore. Now she's got this one live out front at Le Canoe. Nice first vertical snap, but she always surfs with a ton of energy. Backing up the 4.67 quickly to help out her lead out front. 16:40 to go. 4-point range on this one, Potts.
Yeah, big snap off the top from Carissa, and then the wave kind of let her down. You can see the energy she's producing. I mean, she's fired up, let me tell you. 4.50 on that occasion. So, okay, you look at that wave, more turns done, but not as dynamic. You know, the first wave still the better one with a 4.67 for one crazy turn. And that's what I love about the modern day judging, is that you can get big scores for one major maneuver. So less is more when it comes to these kind of waves. You want to just focus on those individual maneuvers rather than trying to string too much together. You know, Peniche is such a wave-rich area. I love it. It's got a lot of variety. Here we go.
Carissa off the bottom. Little snap there. Already into her second maneuver off the top. Plenty of energy into this inside track. Blasting it off the lip. Clean read off the coping and belts it through the inside corner. Carissa Moore finding a stretched out left that kept on giving. Looking to improve on a 4.5.
Tide starting to move in. Carissa, you know, repositioned herself, found the left, and absolutely attacked this wave. Producing some big turns. I love the back foot extension there. Watch how she comes off the bottom and really jams it in the pocket. A lot of body language when it comes to this backhand attack from Carissa. And this wave just kept giving. Some big turns from her. Real strong back foot. Now watch as she comes off the bottom here, rotates the upper body, and then extends that back leg. Beautiful style there from Carissa Moore. One of the more powerful women on tour, and there's that big deep bottom turn again to finish off with this turn right here. Bangs it through the lip. I mean, we're looking at close to excellent surfing right there for Carissa Moore.
Scores coming in for the three-time world champ, two-time Roxy Pro champ, a 7.5 on the board. That's going to put Paige and Coco in a very challenging situation. A 7.5 for the best number of the morning so far. The lineup can change in the middle of competition. Coco trying to adapt to that now, picking off this soft left to start. Not giving her much of a lip line there, but she'll hang in there. Better section approaching. Lines it up for a clean little backhand re-entry. And she'll fade out, so trying to ditch a 0.5 with that effort. Still in the third spot.
Yeah, well, she's ditched the 0.5, but it's been a real slow heat for Coco. There hasn't been a lot of good waves come through, and basically the good ones have all been caught by Carissa. And Coco doing her best on this one. I think the wave letting her down. staying light on her feet. Obviously, there's talk about that lip line non-existent up until the end there. So nice. I mean, she couldn't have done any more on that wave, but the wave is kind of what let her down. Let's have a look at a shot from over above. A couple of little check turns there from Coco, keeping that board moving rail to rail, trying to keep those fins engaged, and then finishing strong. So it's going to better her situation. 2.90, but it's not going to be enough to take the lead, Joe.
So Coco still working on getting back in this heat. A 9.27 gives her the win. Such a great fan base back home in Taranaki, and we're watching Carissa Moore finding these fun-looking lefts. She'll roll in with the whitewater. Clean snap, a little 2-for-1 in a tight space to finish. That rail line on the back end's looking nice and clean, and I love seeing back end rail work from Carissa Moore, as she knows from the town side of Oahu. Surfs a lot of kiwalos. She gets to surf lefts like this all the time.
Yeah. Well, she's looking confident, looking comfortable, and trying to better that 4.67 just to really increase her scoreline. 4 minutes and 40 remaining. Carissa staying busy.
Now seeing Paige Hareb just quickly up and out. Just her third attempt in this matchup. 3:35 to go, getting close to the matchup with Stephanie Gilmore, Sage Erickson, and Vahine Fierro, the world junior champ, getting the wild card call-up for this event. Back to business. Carissa going above the lip for the reverse. Had some room to showcase those radical maneuvers, and ends up getting clipped there. She had a few different attempts back in Lemoore, California, on that end section on the right, going for big above the lip maneuvers. And Sage and Vahine will find out if Lakey's been in their corner helping him get prepped for this heat. We will run out of time, Pods. Carissa Moore taking the big win. It's 7.5, sending her into round 3. Gilmore's coming up next. We'll bring in Kaipo Guerrero and Rosie Hodge for the call right after this.